Hey everybody, Sean here from New Earth Healing Center. I just wanted to come on here today and share a couple things, some insights I had from an ayahuasca retreat I went to this weekend. I think I'm going to make a couple videos around some things that I want to share. So the first one is around trauma. We live in such a traumatized society. I think almost everybody has stuff worked out. That's part of the human experience. That's why we're here. That's part of being human. Things happen. Trauma happens in many different ways. And sometimes, a lot of the times we bury it. I know myself in my life, I was really bad for this. Something hard would happen. I would bury it. I wouldn't want to look at it. I would numb it out with drugs or drinking or partying, or when I was younger, I just wouldn't look at it. So now when I'm on my healing path, I'm really looking at those things. And one of the things that was brought to my awareness this weekend was some traumas were dug up that I've been trying to change some things about myself in recently that are very hard to change, and I didn't fully understand why. There's certain ways of being that I want to change, and I was shown by this beautiful plant medicine that where these traumas happened and all these events throughout my life that have happened because of those traumas, and these were pretty deep traumas that I didn't want to look at. I just buried them, forgot about them. And it was hard to look at. These things are hard to look at. When things happen, sometimes we bury them. We don't want to look at them. We don't want to deal with them. We just want to pretend those things didn't go on, or we didn't go through these things. But the first step to healing is bringing light to that. And that's also part of raising your consciousness. That's some insights I've had after, is the more you raise your consciousness, picture us like in a room. And the more we raise our consciousness, the higher the light goes, the more those shadows get exposed in the corners. Those are our traumas. So the more we see, the more we raise our consciousness, the more that we're going to see. And we're going to start uncovering these things. And that's part of the ascension process. That's part of the healing process. So yeah, once we can look at these things, we can start to heal them and send them love and forgiveness and find the lessons in them. I think is important, because these things happened for a reason. We signed soul contracts with certain people to do these things on a soul level. And me knowing that makes these things easier to deal with. Before I knew that, it was much harder. I was in victim mode. I'm not in victim mode anymore. I can find the lesson in that. I can send them love, forgiveness, and move on. And sometimes we got to feel those emotions. And they're hard. They're not easy to feel. We're very emotional people as humans. It's part of the human experience that sometimes isn't easy to deal with. So once we heal these traumas, it ripples through and we can start to change our way of being. It changes who we are. I could feel, once I sat with these tough lessons, these tough things that have happened in my life, I could see that I've built a wall around my heart because of these. They're protection mechanisms. And I built a wall around myself. And once I sat with that for a while and I felt the emotions, I could feel the walls coming down, and the maestro helped with that, breaking through the walls, the layers that I've put up. And yeah, and the rest is, I still have work to do. There's still work to do. Obviously, there's always work to do, but it gets easier. And what I've came to understand is these things that we want to change in ourselves, when we look at them and bring them to light and release them, we become our authentic selves. Everybody, the world is so traumatized. They go through life with these traumas, and there's a certain way of being. Maybe something happened to you when you're young and you're angry the rest of your life. Maybe something happened to you when you're young and you're scared the rest of your life. Whatever it is, if you wonder why you are that way and you don't like being that way, instead of trying to change the symptom, much like our medical system does, it addresses the symptom, it doesn't address the root. We as people can go to the root and address that, and really look at that and send it love and forgive it. Forgive ourselves for those things. Many times we hold on to personal shame or regret or whatever it may be. It's different for everybody. But I really encourage you to just go things that you don't like about yourselves or you want to change, maybe see where that comes from. Because I was shown very clearly with this beautiful plant medicine, ayahuasca, that these things happen and they create belief systems, and we create whole ways of being around one event in our life. And it's one event that was there to teach us something. As hard as that lesson might be, or as easy as it might be, whatever it may be, it was there to teach us something. So if we can find that lesson, send it love and forgive it, and move on and change our way of being. That's a step to great change, and really becoming our authentic selves and being that clear channel for the light, for the divine that is so beautiful. The more, I've had this analogy before in the Akashic Records, where we're all a cup. There's only so much room in that cup. Our traumas are the darkness, our shadows. The light is source, is the divine, is the eternal aspect of ourselves, the beautiful part of ourselves. So when we release these traumas, we have more room for light, and we're more clear of a channel. And that segues into my next video I want to make, but I don't want to make this too long, so I'm going to leave it here. I just thought this was important to share, because I spent so much of my life sometimes not understanding why I was a certain way, and I would try to put a band-aid on the symptom, but that's not the way to go about healing. Go to the root. And a great way to do that, plant medicine, if that calls to you, it's not for everybody. Meditation is huge. Just sit with yourself and be with yourself and tune in. We have so much wisdom inside. We have all the wisdom inside. So that's a good way to start uncovering some of these things that we've buried inside of ourselves, and to really fill up with light and joy and love and be these authentic, beautiful people that we are. Humans are beautiful. It's our traumas that change and shape us and make us, and bring these shadow aspects to our society, that are so prevalent right now. But yeah, it's time for some healing. Okay, everybody, thanks for listening, and I hope something in that resonated with you and might have helped you in your own healing path. Thank you. Have a good day.